Hey guys, I am the sociology student and I'm going to help you get those grades you want to achieve. So in order to do that, we have to go through the whole curriculum, and I'm going to start off by the functionalist review of the role of education. Next, we're going to cover the new right, feminist and Marxist view. But let's start off with the functionalist view first. So the three key people you need to remember are Durkheim, Parsons, and of course, Davis and Moore. Before we understand who these sociologists are and what they say, we need to understand what functionalists as a group, as a theory, believes. So functionalists have a positive view on education. They believe that the only thing education can do is bring up the children in the correct manner and is the best education system ever. So they believe it meets the needs of society. They believe that schools do this through socialization and social control. These 4 points are very key to remember, so I'm going to quickly zoom into them so you could have a quick look. So we are now going to move on to the sociologists. Now, the first sociologist is Durkheim, and Durkheim argues that the role of education is to bring people together, and the key word that he uses is social solidarity. Here is the word if you quickly want to make a note of it. So he argues that education should provide skills and knowledge required in the workplace, social solidarity for the individual, and skills and knowledge for the economy. Now, a criticism for Durkheim would be that he does not focus on other factors like social values, social norms and values that help and that should be used by schools for children. Instead, it focuses on how education should provide skills and knowledge for workplace. That is a criticism that you could use, which I have not written down, but I would give you a few seconds to write down. Just like Durkheim, Parsons is also a functionalist sociologist, and he believes that the education system is positive. Now, these are the few points that he makes. He says that there's a bridge between the family and school. He says that in a family, everybody has ascribed status, which means it's a status that everyone has according to their role, so different status. However, in school, everyone is treated the same. This would help them in workplace because at workplace, everyone is also treated the same. Meritocracy is a key word that Parsons uses. It means a system where individuals receive rewards through their own efforts and ability. Now, universalistic standards is the same criteria applied to everyone, which is schools, which is what we described earlier. A criticism that you could use for Parsons is that he ignores that some students will not obey the universalistic standards that everyone is provided by. Therefore, this theory can be seen as flawed. The last and final sociologist is Davis and Moore. Now, Davis and Moore argues that the role of education is to allocate people for their suitable jobs. He says that the inequalities that we have are necessary. Now, he says this because that if they weren't necessary, society would stop working as the most important roles wouldn't be filled. However, we need these inequalities so most important people could get their most important roles. The term he used for this is sorts and sifts. So the role of education is to sort and sift the best people for their best roles. A criticism for Davis and Moore is that it looks at inequality and it shows that how the education system is unequal and it's not fair with everyone. So how can the education system be seen positive? Therefore, each and every single of these sociologists have a flawed theory. However, they're all part of functionalism, so you have to use these theories in your exams. So I hope all this made sense. Write down in the comments what you would wish for me to add next time. This is my first YouTube video, so it might not have been as great, but I hope you guys learned something. Thank you.